turn this video. Billy Slagle, after he found a pinch fuel line. Man, that thing looks like it's running really good. He deserves that thing to run good. He's been to a lot of things with that boat. It's such a nice boat. Come on, punch it, Billy. Punch it. Wish you could hear me. Well, trip and fall. There we go. No pressure, I'm just videoing you. That's when things usually go bad. Pretty calm out here though, after these freaking 105-degree days. No, you're off, I'm sorry. I wasn't watching, I apologize. You gotta get in that center track. You got right in there. I've never seen him run before. Well, tell me about it.
Very good. At one little time it bogged for just like a brief second, and then so I backed down and everything went right back. I didn't even come into neutral. I just backed down just a little bit. Everything came back. It only dropped PSI maybe 4 or 5.
On the fuel pressure?
Fuel pressure. So it didn't like. So I felt I heard the motor start to bog. I heard. And I saw the fuel pressure drop to maybe 40 instead of 48. So I backed, and then it just, as soon as I just kind of let off it a little bit, it came back up and we went. Nothing like it's been doing though.
I wonder why, so do we think that it's probably the smartest thing to do is change the rest of the fuel lines and still take the fuel pressure regulator apart, take a good look at the inside of it, potentially even pull the fuel injectors and give them a good cleaning, yeah. You know? And, but when you were running it, did you have the captain's call open?
I did, but I couldn't clear if it was engaged. I couldn't have the top on it.
Right, and also, did you run it full throttle?
I did, yeah. I was wide open all the way there and all the way back.
And it looked like it was performing pretty well. It looked like it was running pretty good.
Yeah, it ran good.
And so it's just, we lost about 8 pounds of pressure for how long?
15 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, if that.
And what was the temperature at that time? Or do you think that
Temperature was good, everything was good.
And how did the engine sound since the engine cover's off? Did you hear anything weird?
No, it's loud.
Yeah. Well, you can hear the blower, right?
Yeah,
you know, that Whipple Charger.
You definitely hear it.
But the engine sounded okay?
Yeah, didn't sound like it was missing or anything.
And what else I'm going to ask you? Full throttle. So was it comfortable at full throttle?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. And when's the last time you ran it and it ran that well?
It's been a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
So that's good. Then that means that kinked fuel line that you found, more than likely, has been coming apart for a long time.
More
such a simple little thing, and we've addressed so many things and overlooked some of the most obvious. Okay, well, that's awesome. And I got you on a good video here too. Of course, you didn't give me any good speed up close, so.
It gets shallow right here though.
Yeah, I know. All right, pull that dude on out. I still videoing. Pull it on out. So this is the Mercruiser 496 with the Whipple kit. Supposed to be, I saw the dyno sheet with 748 horsepower. And Billy, second owner of the boat, bought it. Had a few problems, nothing major, and it's just always, you know, nowadays it's always fuel system, man. You know, how do you get away from having fuel system problems? I just don't think you can anymore. You just gotta deal with them, you know. Let's go look at his propeller, see if maybe he ran through. That's one question I was going to ask him, if he thought maybe he ran through some sand or something. That's what I was going to ask you, Billy, is do you think that when the motor bogged, it possibly ran through something, or how was your voltage?
Voltage started getting pretty low actually on the meter.
The voltage was getting low, like what?
10 maybe?
Really?
Yeah. When I was coming in, I noticed it when I was coming back this way. I was running 10 on the voltage.
10 volts. You know, that doesn't sound right. But I had a Scarab one time, and it would always start off good, and then the voltage start dropping, but it was usually when I was running the trim. I guess it might depend on the gauge, but that's a brand new alternator on there too, 100 amp. Just put it on. He just put it on. And ran a new wire from the alternator, 8 gauge to the battery switch. You got 3 Optima blue top batteries on board. I wonder why that voltage gauge is dropping. We need to get a voltage gauge that's in line, that's in the proper location. Maybe it's just wired wrong and it's just not seeing all the drop, or it's seeing, I don't know, you know. I can't think right now, I'm tired. Let's see how much water is going to come out of this Playcraft. Oh, that's not bad.
Usually it's a lot.
Heck, we can poke some holes in this thing. I'd like to poke some holes in there to get to the damn motor. All right, 10-4.